Fact 1. Was Lewis Carroll a pedophile? Lewis Carroll, real name Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, was an amateur photographer who took photographs of children, including some nude images of young girls. These photos sparked controversy after his death. According to historians like Caroline Leach in her book In the Shadow of the Dream Child, such practices were not uncommon in the Victorian era, where childhood nudity was often seen as a symbol of innocence. However, there is no concrete evidence that Carroll acted inappropriately. Fact 2. The truth about SpongeBob and his friends. The location of Bikini Bottom in the show is inspired by the real-life Bikini Atoll, a site in the Pacific Ocean where the United States conducted nuclear tests in the 1940s and 1950s. Some fans speculate that the bizarre and mutated characters in the show could be a result of radiation exposure. However, Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, never confirmed this theory. Fact 3. Christopher Robin hated Winnie the Pooh. Christopher Robin Milne, the son of author A. A. Milne, faced bullying at school due to his fame as the character in the Winnie the Pooh books. In later interviews, he expressed resentment toward the fame the character brought him. His relationship with his father became strained, and they were estranged for years. Fact 4. The dark history of Betty Boop. The character Betty Boop was inspired by African-American singer Esther Jones, known as the Baby Esther. However, when the character was adapted into animation, she was transformed into a white girl. Esther Jones was later acknowledged as the inspiration behind Betty Boop. Fact 5. Judy from Family Matters became an adult film actress. Jamie Foxworth, who played Judy Winslow in Family Matters, was written out of the show abruptly. After facing financial difficulties, she entered the adult film industry under the name Crave. This marked a stark contrast to her earlier role in the family-friendly sitcom. Fact 6. Voldemort's name in French is Elvis. In the French translation of Harry Potter, Tom Marvolo Riddle's name was changed to Tom Elvis Jeducer to preserve the anagram Je suis Voldemort, I am Voldemort. This adaptation was necessary to maintain the wordplay in French. Fact 7. David Yost was bullied on the set of Power Rangers. David Yost, who played the Blue Ranger, faced harassment on set due to his sexual orientation. He left the show and underwent conversion therapy, which caused him lasting psychological harm. Yost has since spoken openly about his experiences. Fact 8. A bleak theory about Roadrunner. A fan theory suggests that while E. Coyote is trapped in a never-ending loop in hell, endlessly chasing the Roadrunner but never succeeding. This theory reflects the repetitive nature of the cartoons, though it was never confirmed by the creators. Fact 9. The dark theory of Rugrats. A popular fan theory posits that all the babies in Rugrats are figments of Angelica's imagination, created to cope with her loneliness and trauma. While this theory is unsettling, it has never been confirmed by the show's creators. Fact 10. Paul Reubens was arrested for inappropriate behavior. Paul Reubens, famous for his role as Pee Wee Herman, was arrested in 1991 for indecent exposure in an adult theater. The scandal significantly impacted his career, though he later made a comeback. Fact 11. The Flintstones promoted cigarettes. In the 1960s, the Flintstones characters appeared in commercials for Winston cigarettes. This was considered normal at the time but is now seen as highly inappropriate for a children's show. Fact 12. Frisbee started as pie tins. The Frisbee was inspired by the pie tins of the Frisbee Pie Company. Students began tossing the tins for fun, which eventually led to the creation of the Frisbee as a toy. Fact 13. The slap bracelet scandal. In the 1990s, slap bracelets became popular, but some were found to have inappropriate images hidden under the fabric. This led to their ban in many schools. Fact 14. Heinz's colored ketchup was a disaster. Heinz introduced colored ketchup in shades like green and purple in the early 2000s, but the product failed due to consumer aversion to the artificial dyes. Fact 15. Your childhood home will always haunt you. Studies suggest that people often feel a strong emotional connection to their childhood homes, even if their memories there are not entirely positive. Fact 16. Willy Wonka was an ad for Quaker Oats. The 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was partially funded by Quaker Oats to promote a new candy bar. However, the candy was never successfully marketed. Fact 17. There's no limit to how much sugar children can consume. Children metabolize sugar more efficiently than adults, allowing them to consume larger amounts without immediate adverse effects. However, excessive sugar intake can still lead to long-term health issues. Fact 18. Why no one ages in The Simpsons? A fan theory suggests that Homer has been in a coma since season 2, explaining why the characters never age. This theory is not confirmed, but remains popular among fans. Fact 19. A painful theory about Toy Story. Some fans believe that Andy's father is absent because he either left the family or died, making the toys Andy's only companions. This theory adds a layer of melancholy to the story. Fact 20. The rumor that Alf killed a real cat. The alien character Alf was known for his love of eating cats, but the rumor that he killed a real cat on set is false. The show used props and special effects for such scenes. Fact 21. Teletubbies was inspired by a scary story. A rumor suggests that the character Lala was inspired by a girl who died in a mental hospital, but this has never been confirmed. The show's creators have denied any dark inspiration. Fact 22. Winnie the Pooh characters represent psychological disorders. A psychological analysis suggests that each character in Winnie the Pooh represents a different mental disorder, such as Eeyore, depression, and Tigger, ADHD. This interpretation is not official but has gained popularity. Fact 23. Charlie Brown might have a neurological disorder. Due to his large head and sparse hair, some fans speculate that Charlie Brown could have hydrocephalus, a condition involving fluid buildup in the brain. This theory is not confirmed by the creators. Fact 24. Cinderella has a negative message for children. Critics argue that Cinderella promotes the idea that beauty and marriage are the keys to happiness, which can send a problematic message to young audiences. Fact 25. Power Rangers almost had more violence. The original Japanese series Super Sentai was more violent, but the American adaptation toned down the violence to make it suitable for children.